Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another live show as we of course discuss the weekend's game. Obviously finished 2-2 between Crawley and us. But yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. And of course I've got a little bit of a different setup this evening. Got a new mic that is right by me here now. Hopefully the sound is okay. And yeah, so a bit of a different angle now, and it's a bit more better. You know, obviously I'm able to use my laptop now and be able to do my streams that way. It opens up so much for me to be able to do on the streams as well, which is fantastic. But I hope you're all well. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, guys. If you can, subscribe if you are new. And let me know your thoughts as we go along as well. I love hearing what you guys think as we go along. And also, you can become a member of the channel, of course. If you can help me, just that extra bit of support. If you're here watching, then you're helping me. But if you can give me that extra little bit of support, you can join the membership now, and it will be very much appreciated. And also, if you do want to send a super chat in as well, you can also do that as well. But yeah, big up to everyone that's tuning in. Hope you're well. And that is all I'm going to say there. But Joshua is in here. Says, evening, Ryan. Hope you had a great day and hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Can somebody just tell me that if the audio is okay? Because I did have a few issues with it last time. It is a different setup this evening. But yeah, the audio is fine. I've just had a look myself. So yeah, we're all good. We're all good. But look, let's kind of get into it then. Let's get into the swing of things. So look, for me, it was yet another disappointing afternoon for us on Saturday. I think we were poor overall, not good enough. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here because I never do. Too many players running through the motions. Again, not showing much pride, if any, in wearing the shirt. Again, not enough commitment, desire from certain individuals. Not at all players, because as we saw from the match, the likes of Marshall always busting a gut. Doesn't stop from the moment he steps on that pitch to the moment he goes off. He's out. That is what you want. If only we could have 11 Callum Marshalls on the pitch, that would be unbelievable. But yeah, so look, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. You've got to be beating a team like Crawley, who, no disrespect, but you've got to be beating teams like Crawley if you want to be up at the top. And we were told at the start of the season we were aiming for the top two. Not my words, the owners. And here we are, struggling to keep up with the pace of even getting in the playoffs, let alone the top two, which seems like a world away right now with the gap that's opened up there. So yeah. So let's have a look what everybody else is saying. Hello to Aid, my wonderful mod. Hope you're okay, mate, and welcome in. Good to see you in the chat, as always. And he says, make sure you smash the likes and subscribe if you're new. Yeah, big up. Yeah, please. Let's try and get these 10 likes by the end of the show and share the video as well. It would be greatly appreciated. And we have got a busy week with content coming up, to be fair, guys. You know, we've got content coming every day this week. So yeah, it's gonna be fantastic, you know. And we've got a few shows. I'm gonna kind of tell you the running order at the end of the show, actually. But yeah, we've got content every day this week, and so yeah, it's good to keep consistent. And Ian says, when you want a reaction from the players, but you're getting nothing, is really disappointing, not acceptable. Yeah, I agree. You know, you wanted a big response from last week, and we just didn't get it, did we? And yeah, like I say, it isn't acceptable. But the problem is, there's far too many in this fan base that accept mediocrity. So we're going to just keep going around in this circle, and it's just going to be accepted. Because people that want success, you know, Town fans that want success and Town fans that, that want success and have high standards, we're in the minority, unfortunately. The majority are happy clappers who are too busy engaging with the owner on Twitter and too busy going for afternoon tea with the owner when he's over here. And results apparently don't matter. Well, their priorities are clearly with the owner himself, just the owner. Doesn't matter about the results. Make every excuse you want about the players and the decision making off the field. That's what happens, you know. So look, I'm just tired of the same mediocrity that's just accepted every week. But I'll never stop. I'll never stop pushing the standards. I'll never stop shutting up about this because I'm not, you know, owners, players, managers come and go, but this club belongs to the fans, and you know, we have to demand more. But the priorities are completely wrong in this fan base. So what's happening now is that anything the owner says is correct. Anything that and if you dare question that, and if you dare just kind of be respectful and kind of just say, look, well, you know, what the hell is going on here, kind of in a more polite way, maybe. If you confront any issues that we're not happy with, you get abuse for it from the owner himself and from other fans that are too far up his backside. So we're in a circus of a club right now. The priorities are completely wrong. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, according to a lot of this fan base. And we're too busy playing happy families with the owner to even be bothered about the results, apparently. I don't know. The priorities, to me, seem to be wrong. Joshua said, does that content include a preview of the United 21's game in the AFL Trophy? I know you said you're going to go over it at the end of the stream, but I won't be here to tune in and I have to leave. Okay, well, I'll tell you, obviously, about the United, obviously, under 21's game. There won't be a preview because there's too quick of a turnaround, but I'm going to kind of share my thoughts as I'm walking to the ground tomorrow night because I am going to the game. I'm going to kind of do a little video, post it. You know, it's not going to be a long video, a couple of minutes. I'm going to post it before the match. So, yeah, I'm going to do it that way. I'm just going to post my thoughts and everything ahead of the game in quick kind of style. And then I'm going to do an after thought, kind of a video afterwards as well, post-match reaction as well. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. 2 videos out tomorrow night. So, yeah, we will save the rest of what's happening the rest of the week, though, for the end of the show. Blue Terrier says, a draw against Crawley is not a good result. Respect the players for not getting their heads down and went behind, but the performance was still wasteful. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a good result. And I don't care that we came back twice. And we're going to get into the game in a moment. But we should have been winning this game, and we didn't. And that's it. And we're going to get into our thoughts. United fans, I'm excited to see that game. Yeah, obviously, I think isn't it on Sky Sports Plus tomorrow evening? I think it'll be one of the, got Sky Sports Plus, yeah, it'll be on TV. So, yeah, but welcome on in, everybody. But let's get into the game then. So the lineups for the game on Saturday was as follows. Obviously, 5 changes made with Chapman, Marshall, Miller, Kane, and Spence all recalled from the start in this one. So here we are: Jacob Chapman, Matty Pearson, Callum Marshall, Ben Wiles, Bojan Radulovic, Miller, Kane, Spencer, Kasumu, Lomvik, and Lees. And as you can see, as we look to the bench, a very refreshed Mikael Helik after his injury returns to the bench. what a big boost that is. And it did bring a smile to me when I saw him on the bench, to be honest with you, because we've missed him. Absolutely. We know the pace at the back is being very poor. Our pace at the back isn't great. Defensively, it's been poor, and the goals conceded. Yes, he can't do it on his own, Helic, but he's a big player for us, and we've missed him. So good to see Helic back in the mix. But for me, the lineup, I wasn't surprised with the lineup. To be fair, I was quite happy with it. So yeah, there were no complaints there from me. Ian says, you get some of our fans saying it's a point could help us at the end of the season. Yes, you got a point. We're playing Crawley, no disrespect to Crawley, but we should be winning at least 4-0. This is what people do. This is what fans do. You see, this is what our fan base does. You see, though, Aiden. What they do is they twist it to their own narrative, and they say, and they start to kind of put it in this angle. Well, let me put it in a different angle. Those 2 points dropped on Saturday could be the difference between a playoff place and not a playoff place. So how about that narrative instead of looking at this point could help us at the end of the season? No, a point against a team that is just looking to stay up this season isn't acceptable. So we start making this fan base start making excuses and just turn it on their own narrative. I'm sick of it, absolutely sick of it. So yeah. But look, we started the game. It was a very scrappy start to the game, wasn't it? If we're being honest with you, being honest with ourselves, I thought we allowed them to make it a scrappy start rather than taking the game to them. And I just think it was a very poor start. We need to try and come out of the blocks early on, put our stamp on things and put them under pressure and take the game to them. But we didn't. There were a few good little moves from Town, but nothing that was testing the keeper. We had a corner or two, didn't we, in the open exchanges? But again, just passing a bit. The passing wasn't at times was a bit questionable. The final pass, just wasn't there, and this was the issue that we were finding ourselves in early on in the match. Now, obviously, we were kind of we had most of the ball, but we weren't doing much with it. That's the problem. And the fact we were 31 minutes into this match and there had been no shots by either side pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? And from our perspective, that's a disgrace because, you can have all the possession in the world and people are too obsessed with this possession-based football nowadays. I'm not into that. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net. It's about moving the ball forward and creating, not just playing it around the back and sideways backwards constantly. Because what use is that? You're not going to get anywhere. We need productive. I'd rather have less of the ball and create more chances when we're actually on the ball, if you get me. So look, I'm not going to sit here and be living this fake positivity bubble because it's just not me at all. Now we finally had a shot on target in the 32nd minute, and it was a glorious chance that fell to Ben Wiles. Obviously, Miller crossing the ball in. Now we're going to get some screenshots up here of this kind of moment here. So here we are. Obviously, Kane played the ball out to Miller. Sorry, half asleep right now. And then this was where he got the ball. It was a brilliant ball in, and Wiles somehow misses it from close range. You've got to be scoring these. And this is what we're talking about. We need to be ruthless in front of goal. We need to be clinical in front of goal. And yes, you're not going to score every chance you get. But these are big, massive chances that you cannot afford to be missing. And I just think, again, the keeper ended up saving it. And it was a good save in the end. But he should never have been allowed to have the chance to save that shot, in my opinion. So Ben Wiles, it's not good enough. It should have been in the net. And then, of course, out of the blue, a mad goal to concede and a poor one defensively all over the place. Hepburn Murphy in the 42nd minute put Crawley ahead. Their first shot of the game, and they score from it. I think the defending was atrocious. And we're going to get some more screenshots up here of the game. So here we are of this. Now, before this, there was a 50-50 between Pearson and the guy that is on the floor. I don't know who the Crawley person is on the player on the floor is, but they were 50-50, and Pearson lost out. And he managed to spray. And then the Crawley player sprayed it into the path of the. Don't know who this is either. And then I don't know the Crawley player. I'm sorry, guys. But then we moved it on a little bit, and obviously the guy that had the ball sprayed it in behind, which Hepburn Murphy latched onto. Now, I'm sorry, but Spencer lunging in like that, you have to be getting that ball. You cannot afford to be going to ground and missing the ball completely like Spencer did. It was a poor defensive error there, and got caught out way too easily. Murphy has got a lot of pace himself, but Spencer was there. He was there, and he could have taken it off him, but he missed him completely. And then Murphy then went into the penalty area, of course. Now, if you look at the desire and the desire to get yourself across there and block a shot, look at Lees there. Look at Lees there, just directly in front of the goalkeeper, closest to the keeper, Chapman. Why wasn't he busting a gut to get across and put a block in? But no, it's half-hearted. And again, Murphy puts it into the right-hand corner to give Crawley the lead. But I just think, again, it was so poor and lackluster defending. And we've seen this time and time again this season. This has been a theme. And for me, it's defensive errors that you can't afford to be making if you want to be up at they're fighting for promotion, in my opinion. So yeah, not the best of endings to the half. The half kind of peaked out. It was 1-0 at half time. So yeah, look, summary of the first half. We were really poor throughout the first half. There was a big chance for Wiles, which he squandered, and he should have put it in the back of the net. And then we were punished at the other end from Crawley's first shot of the afternoon. So that just summed up the afternoon, to be honest with you, that first half. I think it epitomised everything in the first half. Now into the second half, obviously we did make a change at the break. Marshall came off. I couldn't believe my eyes when Marshall came off, to be honest with you, and Healy came on. Now, I just can't believe it, because Marshall was the only one that was busting a gut and running himself to the ground, and maybe because he got a bit maybe he ran out of steam at half time. That's the only reason I could potentially say that he came off, because you've got a partner in Bojan Radulovic who was doing absolutely nothing. He was so far off the pace. And I'm going to get into Bojan a bit later on, actually, because I'm done. I'm done with defending this guy now, because I'm seeing things that he's just not offering anything, and he's not the striker that we need up front, and he's just not good enough as far as I'm concerned. So the fact that he kept him on the field was a disgrace, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come back to Bojan when we've kind of finished the summary of the game, because I've got a few things extra to say about him as well. And Aiden says, "Can someone tell me why Duff kept Radulovic on the field?" No idea. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I have no idea why he kept him on the field. Now, you was expecting us to come out in the second half and kind of show a bit of a reaction, a response to that first half shambles, in effect. But the home side actually started off with, a bit more possession than us after the break. And they were on the front foot. And we started the half sluggish. Now we did start to find a little bit of rhythm, where we played the ball down the I think it was the left to Miller. We see his cross not behind for a corner, which was then, of course, the result of our equaliser from the set piece. We equalise Healy, getting himself on the score sheet in the 59th minute. Great movement, by the way, from Healy. Showed that desire to get in front of his man, flicked it on with his head towards the, and flicked it into the net. So it was a great move, great delivery in as well, from Wiles. So yeah, looked like a good kind of set play straight from the training ground, and we really needed it. We really needed that equaliser. Now, of course, there were another change a few minutes after that. Bojan coming off, hooray, for Karoma, who got his first minute since being injured. Obviously, he was on the bench last week, wasn't he? He didn't get on. But yeah, today's not today, Saturday he came on, didn't he? He had a good half an hour, didn't he, on injuries belt. It was good. Well, then we equalise, and then you think to yourself, let's push on now. Let's try and go for the winner. But no, we don't. And we allow them to get ahead again, once again, a few minutes after. Now, this goal, again, was utterly shambolic defensively. Now, I'm going to get some more screenshots up of how it progressed, this goal that we conceded. Now, look at this now. Here we are. Miller, before this, Miller had kind of got beat initially, but then recovered and kind of cleared it, didn't clear it with authority, but he made a bit of a clearance. Crawley picked up the ball though, and as you can see, the defence has all pushed up, apart from one man who I've circled in Longvik. Now, what the hell is he doing there? Why on earth is he not pushed up with the rest of the team? I'll never know. And of course, that means that he's played Anderson on side, who gets the ball from this through ball that Crawley play. And yeah, it was an easy pass through. No desire to try and block the shot, try and block the, try and stop him from playing it into Anderson. Simple, all the time in the world. Plays it in. The fact is, if Longvik would have pushed up, though, it would have been offside. So it's just utterly ridiculous. Longvik stood ball watching in no man's land, and this resulted in the goal, which, of course, came through. Longvik, again, look how far, again, he might not have made a difference, but expects him to bust a gut to get closer to him as well, but he doesn't. And he slots it in, of course. Now, we did respond well. We equalised within 2 minutes. Herbie Kane getting his first town goal, which was great to see. Obviously, more on the goal. Obviously, another move down the left. Let's create the chance. Miller again, the cross finding the chest of Brodie Spencer at the far post, cleverly redirecting the ball into the path of Kane in the middle of the box, and then of course he strikes it home with the side of his boot, and it was a good finish, and it was 2-2. And now there's plenty of time to really push on now after equalising. And a good 20 odd minutes left, and we just couldn't we just couldn't find the winner. But we had a big chance. Karoma with a massive chance that, for me, I don't know how he missed. The goal was gaping. Yeah, and it was easier to score than miss. Now let's have a look at the screenshots of this chance as well, because here we are. Look, Wiles. In fact, it wasn't. It wasn't. In fact, it wasn't Wiles. It wasn't down the right. Actually, it was down the left, wasn't it? Cowan obviously got it wrong with the. In fact, no. I think I've got confused there. Let's start again. So Wiles whips the ball. Obviously, gets the ball in deep. A real looper of a cross in, which then obviously landed at Karoma's head. Which, he just squandered it. He completely mistimed it. He misjudged it. And I go back to it. Another gilt-edged missed. And he was just not good enough at all. Another change. 2 minutes after that, Kasumu coming off for Yorpenda. And good to see the youngster come on. Obviously, I really rate him highly, to be fair. Yorpenda, I think he's a great talent. Still very young, still learning. MH, have you got social media? Yeah, my social media is going around on the tick here. Instagram and Twitter, HTFTV8. So yeah, if you do want to give me a follow, you can. So yeah, that's my social media. Now, there was another chance for Karoma. Again, the goalkeeper denying a second-headed effort, which, to be fair, it wasn't as gilt-edged as the first one, so it was a good attempt, but just wouldn't go in. So yeah, I won't criticize him for that. Now a further change. Lees had to come off after receiving a knock to his head a few moments earlier, and Helic coming on in the 83rd minute to get some minutes. Which was good to see him back on the field. And yeah, look, the game just petered out with very little else happening. So obviously it did finish 2-2. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the game, guys, what you've made of it overall. But for me, I've said it at the start of the stream, it was 2 points dropped. The reality is that you've got to be winning these games. I thought it was another mess defensively today. Conceding the goals we did, as I said earlier, was so avoidable and not good enough at all, really, was it? Toothless up front, missing numerous chances, especially the Wiles one in the first half that was mentioned earlier, and then the first Karoma chance with the header, which I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how he missed it. Bojan, for me, we're going to get into Bojan because I did say I want to speak about Bojan a little bit. Bojan should never, ever wear the shirt again, in my opinion. He's utterly useless. Far too off the pace again today in the game. Half-hearted effort, jogging around the pitch, not even the closing down, not the desire to close down your man, the basics. And his link-up play, just his physicality, he hasn't got any. The ball, he just doesn't, he ends up going down on the floor, pretending to be injured, and he's just not strong enough. He's weak. So his link-up play is woeful. He can't, he never outmuscles the defenders he's up against. And as I said, jogging around, not getting out of third gear. And remember a few weeks ago as well, he said he was bored living around Huddersfield in that press conference. Remember that? Well, let me tell you something then. I'm bored of watching him play football then. Let's just say that as well then. If you're bored of being around here, then I'm bored of watching you. And it's absolutely disgraceful how he he's a player that was supposedly the one to really help us get promotion this season. Why on earth did we even ever bring him to the club in the first place? I'll never know. So yeah, there's just nothing up front. There's just nothing up front at all, is there? Marshall, the only one who looks capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. And I know he didn't really have many chances in this game, but he does look lively. His link-up play is good as well. He's able to, playing, link up with his teammates, play, create things when he has the, play those balls through. And he's a lone player, so that sums you up. And you know what I mean. And there's so much work to do. It's pretty clear, isn't it? There's so much work to do if he's to get back up to the Championship at the first time asking. It just seems a world away right now. And that's just the truth in it. Was there, and the second half was miles better, but we had to take them chances and concede too easily and disappointing overall. Yeah, no, absolutely, it was. It was a shambles, wasn't it? From but yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was miles better. It was better, but it wasn't. I still wanted more in that second half. So yeah, but yeah, just disappointing afternoon again, isn't it? Radulovic is useless. Yeah, I know. Can see us getting close, but nothing more. I mean, look, the reality is we're not even. Obviously, we're not in the playoffs at the moment. Still early day. Well, it's not really early. We're still a good chunk into the season now, aren't we? But yeah, we're still not in the playoff picture at the moment. We're still not in the playoffs. I think we'll be lucky to get a playoff place at this point, and I think January is massive for us in terms of recruitment. The only problem is I don't have any faith in who's at the head of the recruitment. That's the problem. It's a shame our owner can't pull his finger out and actually pull the plug on this guy, because I'm sorry, we get to January. It's a difficult market to be in January. Don't get me wrong. You want to be doing your business in the summer if you can, most of your business. I know sometimes you have to dip into the market in January, but you want to avoid going into the January window and trying to get players in if you can, because clubs will just inflate prices. It's just a difficult window to recruit players because it's halfway through the season. So yeah, but there is still a chance there if we have somebody that could recruit well, but we don't, and that's the problem. Now, I said it earlier, and I know I didn't mention Bojan, but I just think the whole team as a collective, the lack of desire, the commitment, effort throughout the whole team, it's totally unacceptable what we're seeing at the moment. It is. And I think as a bare minimum, you expect these players to perform and actually fight. They aren't doing that at the moment. We're just coasting. Missing chance after chance. Defensively, just weak, giving away easy chances. We've done it from the start of the season as well, by the way. It's all, the games with the Steamage and the Shrews, we give them teams easy chances. They just didn't take them on the day. So defensively, a shamble, 2+ up front. Midfield, just going missing a lot of the time. What more? The squad is a complete mess. You look to the bench and you think to yourself, who can come on and do something here? And you just feel uninspired. So, yeah, it wasn't acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And it was a disappointing afternoon. It was poor. And yeah, it wasn't a point gained. It was 2 points dropped as far as I'm concerned. Now, I do want to just share the screen. Let's have a look at the stats of the game. Let me just share my screen, and we're going to get into. We're going to show the stats on the screen in a moment. Let me just do this, guys. Hope you can see that okay. Here we are. Yeah, you can see that fine. So as I said, look, if you look at the stats, obviously we had more of the ball. And again, just was wasteful in front of goal. They had 3 shots to our 11. They had 2 on target. 2 of those on target were the goals, of course. So just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? We had 6 on target. So we should have had at least 4 goals in this game. 4 goals. So even if we would have conceded those 2 goals that we did, we still would have won the game had we put the chances we had into the back of the net. So, and a few other stats there, but the passing was 74% for us, which is okay. I think you'd probably like it to be at the 80% mark, if we're being honest, 85%. But yeah, that's kind of the stats for the game. Ace Miller has been good for us. His crosses in the first half was brilliant, yeah, absolutely. But second half, why on earth was the cross was too high? They should be the same as the first half crosses, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, obviously Miller. Look, I'm not going to sit here and criticize Miller because I think Miller has been one of the better players this season so far, and he's come in. You know, there were a lot of questions about his injury record, but he seemed to have kept himself fit more or less. I know he did have a little bit of a spell out, but it wasn't anything major. And I think Miller, yeah, I get what you're saying. You want him to, but you can't just keep relying on Miller to keep getting these balls in. And even when he does get the balls in, some people are getting on the end of them, but no, more often than not, nobody's attacking those balls into the penalty area. It infuriates me. We haven't got a striker that can, you know what I mean, be physical, be imposing, have that kind of, that'll out muscle players in the penalty area. We just haven't got that. So whilst I get what you're saying, Miller's crosses might have been a bit wild in the second half. Why are we just relying on Miller for the creativity? Why is nobody else chipping in? Why is nobody else doing anything? Can't just be relied on one man to keep getting those balls. And he's not going to get every single one right. He's not going to get every single one right, is he? Yeah. So yeah, it is one of those. I hope Flint's can get some game time for us because why not? He's banging goals in America, so why can't he do the same for us? Look, I have a different view on this, to be fair, though, to be honest with you. And I think for me, I don't think you can read too much into what he did in America, to be honest with you, because I go back to it. It's an amateur league. It's not hard to score goals over there. So I don't think you really think you can really look at his goals that he scored. He's scored a lot of goals over there and say, "Oh, we can come in and impose himself in this team." He doesn't really. I don't really think that's the case here. I just think to me, it's kind of a look. He might come back into the fold. It just depends what Duff has his ideas, but I don't think you can compare the 2 leagues, Aiden, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, but like I said, give him a go, see what he can do, I guess. Mark says, Herbie Kane is starting to look better. His fitness has improved and he offers something different in midfield. Yeah, Kane is starting to find his groove in a bit now after a bit of a slow start with his injuries as well. Obviously, when he started coming to the team, he did look a bit like, obviously, short of match fitness and everything. So, yeah, I agree, Mark. And welcome in. Good to see you back in the chat again. It's been a while. I hope you're keeping well, mate. But as I said, guys, make sure you do drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe and become a member now. Yes, you can become a member of the channel. The link is pinned, or you can just click below me here. Should be a join button. It would really mean a lot to me if you can help extra. By being here, you're helping me, the channel. But if you can help a little bit extra, they'd mean a lot to me. And also, you can send any super chats in as well. The remainder of the show. We're into the final 15 minutes of this show. Got a few things I want to mention as well. Now let's have a look at. So yeah, look, I think I've kind of said what I need to say about the game. Just not good enough. And yeah, wasteful in front of goal. And defensively all over the place. Just the same things continuously happening. Nothing seems to be improving in that regard in terms of the defensive, frailties and the like I say, you can't really expect we haven't got a clinical striker up front. That's the reality. So I guess you expect them to, but to miss a lot of chances, but that's not improving because we haven't got the quality. We haven't got the right personnel in there. Marshall can't do it all on his own. He's still a young lad. So as far as I'm concerned, he's doing his best and he's doing his bit, but he needs others to help him as well. And he's not getting that at the moment, unfortunately. Now, I do want to actually have a look at Kevin Nagel's interactions with fans over the weekend. Because again, I'm just tired of this owner calling out fans that have every right to be concerned about things at the moment and just responding in a really abrupt, rude way. So let's get a few let's share the screen again and let's have a look at what he's been saying, because I'm just tired of this now. So let's just quickly, hopefully you guys can see that. Let me just check. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just share the screen now. Now, obviously, Terry and Nigel is somebody that I really, really respect. He's he reminds me a bit of me as well, to be fair, because he doesn't put up with rubbish. He doesn't accept mediocrity. He wants success at the club, and he will call out things that he doesn't seem like it's right. Now, obviously, the original post was from Nige, where he said, obviously, another worryingly rubbish performance. The squad that Cat Horse has assembled is simply not good enough. Not sure what it will take for American owner to come to senses and bring someone in to run the club who knows what they're doing. Which, look, no real, you know what I mean? Just criticize the performance, criticize Cartwright, who is in the board, that is running the day-to-day things, that is just an absolute disaster, by the way. He's just saying that's simply not good. Not going personal, just saying facts. Not sure what it will take. Yeah, again, just kind of made a comment about the owner. Because, yeah, what will it take, guys, for the owner to come to senses and actually realize and see reality that this guy that he has running the day-to-day operations of the club is not up to it. He's not good enough. He's ruined Stoke. He ruined Stoke. He's not cut to be. He's not cut to be in this position in the first place. That's the problem. Now, Kevin Beaumont said, from the moment that Kevin Nagel removed Warnock prematurely against fans' wishes, his tenure has gone downhill. Fans also warned him about Cartwright. I still think he means well, but to buy a club thousands of miles from your home and ignore advice from its fans seems madness. Again, not being abusive, being very respectful, making his comments known, making his concerns known to the owner. Obviously tagged him in it, which obviously then obviously saw a response from Nagel, which, oh my goodness, there we are. In which he was responded with this: whatever, Kevin, full stop. How rude can you get? If you're going to engage with fans, at least talk to them with a bit of respect. Because the reality is Kevin Beaumont did not say anything bad. He wasn't abusive. He was just speaking from the heart, and you can see that. He didn't go into any personal attacks on the owner. He was just saying what he felt needed to be said. But again, abrupt start to this. Then he said, we have checked off many boxes fans are striving for. What boxes have you checked, Kevin Nagel? What have you checked off? Because I'm not seeing it. You painted the stadium, great. You've put money into the club, but what boxes has he ticked? Because recruitment has been woeful. Let's be real. And he's kept the staff in that let him down time after time after time last season. So what boxes is he talking about? I never know. We have not lost a league match in how many matches? Again, making excuses. Well done, but we've just drawn to Crawley, who are fighting relegation and who will be fighting relegation for the most of this season, I think. We've dropped points needlessly in many matches as well. We have some of our talent coming off the injured list. Yes, we have. We are not afraid of pulling the trigger in January if we have to. Do we need to give you a chill pill? ? Again, just completely and utterly rude and not a response that you want from your owner, is it really? So, guys, what do you make of these comments? Because for me, I just think it's unacceptable that we've got an owner that is responding to fans that have concerns, fans that don't go on personal attacks. They just say their own feelings about what's happening at the club. You expect a better response than this, don't you, really? And then to tell fans to take a chill pill, are you actually just antagonizing this fan base that decide to, the fans that want to, that are asking questions because we have every right to, because we want to see success on the field. At the moment, we want an end goal of promotion, and at the moment, we aren't going to get it if we carry on like this. So I think it's just out of touch. It says apparently Duff and his staff had a word with these players about how embarrassing that Tamworth performance was. So if you've had a word with him, Duff, where's the reaction on Saturday? Yeah, but the thing is, and I get that, look, he will definitely said a lot of words in there, but and I'm not making excuses for Duff because I think that Duff has been questionable at times, but I just think that when you've got such a spineless group that have let down manager after manager, a lot of these players are unmanageable. And that's the reality. They do what they want when they want. They turn up when they want. And as much Duff can say whatever he wants to them, and really, and I do believe, like you said, he has had a lot of words said with the players. But if he can't force the players to react, he can say his piece, but then it's up to the players. And I'm far too many times the players don't respond; they just coast along. I'm not blaming Duff for anything because I think Duff is the right man. But if he did have a talk with the players, we should have at least seen a reaction from the team on the field. I mean, to be fair, that is his job to be obviously. If he's not getting a reaction from the team, and there's no outlook to this, I guess. If he's not getting a reaction from the team, then you do have to question it a little bit. But I think overall, I know how spineless these players are. So, and you can't force players to do stuff. You can't force players to react in a positive manner. But look, I'm just gonna, and then also we go on to this as well. As you can see, I posted something as well. My response to Nigel. But I believe that Kevin actually said something to Nigel as well. Can't find it now. But I think he said there's something along the lines of, you're the most negative Town fan out there. Why are we labelled negative for just having concerns and wanting more from the club? Why is that a negative? Why are we negative? Or why are we classed as negative? I think it might. Let's have a look. I think it might be this one, actually. Oh, there, look, here we are. Terry and Nigel is one of the most negative known Town fans. Again, just totally uncalled for. He's not negative, but being truthful apparently is negative. So if that's what you want to call as negative, saying the truth and expressing concerns, then fair play. But don't expect fans just to sit here and accept anything that the club to. A lot of fans do. accept mediocrity and are too far up the owner's backside to even be bothered about results, from what I see. So, but not everyone's like that. But whoever speaks against the owner, whoever, even if you're respectful towards the owner and you say your concerns, you are met with an abrupt response, and that is where we're at. We need to really see. We really, and this is why I don't mind communication on Twitter, but when you're reacting to fans like this, it's just completely uncalled for in every regard. And of course, a lot of people just kind of defending Terry and Nigel, which of course was good. But yeah, look, so that's what we're up against at the moment, guys. We've got an owner who isn't taking accountability, but still has a free ride because the majority of this fan base is too far up his backside, and he can do no wrong because he saved the club. So because he saved the club, no matter what he does now, don't matter. Apparently, it's that's it. So look, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Now, if you do want to come on and have your say, guys, we're gonna do a calling part of the show now. I do appreciate that not everybody does like to come on, but in fact, I know a lot of people that like to just keep it in the chat, but and just say their piece, which is fine. I'm just trying to get the link in here, but don't know how to paste on the thing. Does anybody want to come on? I'll post the link. Actually, I'll do it. If you do want to come on, then you are more than welcome to. But let me know what you made of the game if you haven't already. I'm just trying to. Right, is V to paste. Okay, then. So there we are. I've got the link in now. So, guys, if you do want to come on, do have your say. It'd be good to get you on. But if we have a look at a few other things before we go. I'm just gonna get up the obviously Duff and Miller obviously spoke to the media today ahead of tomorrow. I thought I think Miller speaks really well, to be fair to him. He does really, I do like Miller. He's a really good player. He seems a good personality on the field, but also his quality as well. But yeah. So, any more final thoughts? Any questions? Let me know in the chat, please. Thank you. So, look, obviously the international break. Obviously we've got a game tomorrow. Obviously then it's the international break. So yeah, I mean, I think the international break probably has come at a decent time for us because let's be honest, when we come back from the international break, it's a relentless schedule. We haven't, to mean we've also got 2 rescheduled games that we need to play as well. So it's going to be a busy time. So I guess you got to use this time wisely to really get things ironed out. But again, I don't really know what you can do with this squad, guys. What can you actually do? The link is in the chat. Come and tune it. Come and join the call-in part of the show. Be good to speak to somebody before we leave, but it doesn't matter if you're not. But according to Duff today, we are going to be feeling quite a strong side tomorrow, which suggests that we do want to do well in this competition. The EFL Trophy. Let's just get a few things that was said today, if I can. Maybe not. I did think sometimes a lot of people but yeah, no. Yeah, I think I've kind of covered it, to be fair, tonight, guys. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Before I go, just obviously I did say I was going to let you guys know what's coming up. Like I said, with 2 videos out, pre-match, post-match tomorrow. As I am going to the game, so kind of do a video. Do 2 videos tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, I'm going to do like a discussion of the season so far, like kind of a review at this stage of the season. Obviously, we have played a good amount of games now, obviously 14 games. So you're going to kind of just have a discussion about how the season's going, what we need to do to improve, and what we need to do going forward. So well, that would be a good show to do on Wednesday. Thursday, I'll do some predictions for League 2. And then on Friday, I am actually looking to start the FC25 episode 1 career mode with Huddersfield Town, of course, on Friday. So hopefully, guys, what I will say though on Friday, guys, I want you to be a bit patient with me because, like, I've never actually streamed from the PlayStation to the YouTube before. So I'm not sure about how the audio will work and everything else. So and at the moment, because I haven't got the accessory in terms of the camera for the PlayStation, I can't actually be on camera whilst I'm playing at the moment. But that is something that I want to address further down the line. But I think the camera is like £50, so it's a lot of money, to be fair. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes with the PlayStation streaming. But it is just a little bit of extra added on, especially with the international break here. It's a good little bit of content to kind of do throughout the international break. But yeah, Friday night will be the first episode of the career mode that I'll be starting. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. But yeah, we'll come to that when it happens. But Aiden said, brilliant live stream, mate, up the town. Thank you very much, Aiden. Good to have your company this evening, as everybody else as well. But Aiden, my wonderful mod, always here no matter what, up the town indeed. But yeah, I'll see you all very soon. Have a good rest of the evening, whatever you get up to. Thanks all for your support, tuning in. And if you're watching this on playback, make sure you do get your comments in as well on the game. In the comments section below. Like I said, if you do want to support the channel extra, you can become a member of the channel. Either click the join button below, or there is a link pinned to the live chat here now. You can just join from there. Any extra support is greatly appreciated. So yeah, if you can help me that way as well, that'd be good. You're going to be doing a watch along for the England match on Thursday. I mean, I wasn't going to because I just find England games so boring. But if you want me to do, I could potentially do it if you want. But I wasn't going to do. Because yeah, like I say, I just think England games are dreadful to do because But again, you've tempted me a little bit now, actually, now you've said it. Potentially. So it's going to be a busy week ahead. So yeah, if you've said that now, so you've tempted me a little bit. So watch this space is all I'm going to say. But I'll be watching it anyway, so I might as well do a watch along for it. So yeah. But look, like I said, have a good rest of the evening. Thanks all for your support, and like the video, subscribe, and join the membership if you can. That would mean a lot to me. And we'll see you on tomorrow. Some videos out in the evening, and then Wednesday we're going to do a live show for the season so far, kind of review kind of stage, as we have got, kind of having a discussion about the season as a whole as it's happened. So yeah, that's to come up in the next few days, but a very, very busy week. So yeah, guys, take care, stay safe, and I shall see you on the next. A says yes, please. Okay, then you're tempting me, Aiden. I'll do it just for you. Yeah, okay, then we'll do it. We'll do the England watch long on Thursday night then as well. But yeah, guys, I'll see you all later, and thank you all for tuning in this evening. Big up to all of you.